Welcome to Bingo. Hi, I'm Sider Williams. This is my co-commentator Golden Devil.
Hey, Bingo-thon, what's up?
Yay! We're here. We're commentating
Yeah, this
Bingo.
is
It's draft.
yeah, Division 4 playoffs, so Schmidt first Vipine draft should be good.
Mhm. We Golden Devil and I are very last minute signups for the commentary. We've never done commentary together. Hello. I've actually listened to your commentary before and I've been like, "Oh, that seems like a fun guy to hang out with for an hour and talk about sunshine."
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I obviously have listened to you commentate and watched your stream and such. So yeah,
Yeah.
I know
Well,
Root here has a lot of fun with you. And I know she is a good judge of character.
Yeah. Yeah, when you signed up last minute for the commentary, I was just like, "Oh, 30 minutes until the comms. We need 2." And you signed up and I was just like, "You know what? I don't have anything to do." I usually don't sign up last minute for commentary, but I'll do it. Let's swing the bat as it were. I'll make up a saying. Let's swing the bat, you know? But yeah, we get to watch some draft. We have to actually pay attention. We have to like wait for a 30-minute timer and then unclick goals and
Yeah, at least it looks like the bingo sync timer is back, which it was not working last week, which made it interesting.
what does the bingo sync timer do?
It just counts to 30 minutes for the players. So
Oh.
like if they don't have their own timer, they don't know what's going on.
Oh. We can click this board, right? We can see it. We're gonna draft, right?
Yeah, they just had to do the coin flip. So
Oh, we're doing the coin flip.
yeah.
We're just figuring out who gets to draft first out of these two players.
Yeah, I feel like I've watched enough and people always say drafting first is not an advantage.
You don't think so?
Have I mean, I don't know. I feel like the thing about drafting first is you don't get the opportunity to react and get some synergy. But yeah, we've got the card. So
Oh, react and get some synergy. So because you get to click 2 in a row after the first person.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you just like click one Bianco hidden shine, not that that's on the card, but like then the other person can snipe the other 2 Bianco goals and have synergy rather than you just, oh, I have Bianco one hidden. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, exactly.
hmm
Um, yeah, 15 M graffitis, I feel like is a good first goal.
hmm
Doesn't really say anything.
Yeah, that absolutely says
It's
nothing.
like,
That's the goal that everybody. When you see 15 M graffitis, Ramad, like you hear Ramato in the back of your head go like, "Oh, that's a good first goal just to get in general." And and I'm
right.
sitting there going, I have to do all the math. I have to like figure out how many M's are certain places. But Romano's just like, oh, I know this route. Like this is right off the bat bingo stuff.
I know. Imagine being Vermotto and just knowing all these things,
Yeah.
like practicing it all the time.
See, I'm the Ramato of hundos.
That's true.
Yeah.
You are probably the best hundreds router and player.
I'll
Like,
take that compliment.
you've, I mean, you've routed a lot of them. I feel like I've heard Jeff say you've come up with routes that would be very useful in bingo if people learn them.
I would
Uh,
love for people to learn my hundreds routes. Okay, I want to take this moment. Okay, we're drafting, you know, at 15 M graffitis, 40 total blues, and one Rico hidden shine, and one Bianco hidden actually on this board. All of these clicked, but I want to take this moment to say that everybody should learn my hundos routes. It makes me sad. Not doesn't make me sad, but whenever I see somebody do like Bianco 100s in a secret and not try my route, I'm just sitting there going like, bro, this is it's so simple, man. It's just
yeah, well,
man,
I know Jeff, who's in the chat, is a big fan of the Pianta 300 route.
that's his. That's Jeff. That's
Yeah,
not me. I had nothing to do with the Pianta 3 100s route. Absolutely
yeah,
nothing.
it's Pianta 300s has kind of become a meme in bingo chat where anytime anytime I think like 16 Pianta Blues and Pianta Hundreds are up, Jeff will say, "Oh, just do them both in Pianta 3."
he,
Um,
but he has made the 50 coin route, the 50 in Pianta 3, and that actually seems viable. So that's hype.
yeah.
Mhm.
Do we want to talk about the draft or just
Well,
we've
it's
got like 10
happening, you know.
minutes?
You can, you know what? Go ahead.
I
Talk about the
mean,
draft.
I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of like multiple goals in one world, right? We see like Bianco hidden, Rico hidden, two Gelato hiddens. Um,
The
yeah,
only
I don't know.
the only synergy clicked is Schmidt or Vipa with blue coin goals, like 2 blue coin goals, but Schmidt, like, I guess NPCs and Pinna don't work. Pianta 3 and Bianco and I guess M Graffiti and 16 Blues and going to each world. But this feels like just a very messy draft. It's not like one of those examples where when you draft like old school bingo where you had to get, or I guess regular bingo where you have to just get a row or a column or a diagonal. You can you start the game and you just route that to the best of your ability and try to get a row as fast as possible. You could kind of try to do that with draft with the 5 goals that you draft, but this is just nothing really worked, you know? Like you could route it like regular bingo, but it's going to be just amongst all the other goals and a lot messier is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a card where like if JJ was playing it, he would just go do Pianta 1 through 6 right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because there's 5 and 8 NPCs, there's Pianta 3 damage lists. Like, I don't know. I always like to think when I'm seeing a draft, like, what's the JJ Galaxy Brain play?
What's the JJ dude? That's so funny to me that that's like a phrase because, uh, or that's what you think because I remember back in the day when JJ was just a like a pinna rush guy. He teamed with Quan way back in the day in 2018 or so, and he was just the pinna rush guy. Just like, oh, I'm really good at any percent. I'm going to do this, and to hear the Galaxy Brain plays that JJ's come up with, then that's really interesting to me.
Yeah, they don't always work, but he sometimes sees something in a draft where he's like, I'm gonna go for none of my draft goals and do something very weird.
Yeah.
And it works out sometimes. And
See,
you know
that
what?
makes sense.
He has managed to pull off a pinner rush in a 1v1 and make it work and win. So that also was impressive.
Yeah, Galaxy
Uh,
Brain plays doesn't necessarily mean it's always gonna work. Just like, I'm
no,
thinking
it's
really
always
hard
going to
about
be
this.
fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking really hard about this, and I could be off the mark by a tiny bit. But yeah, we've completely drafted. We're watching. We're obviously started. We're a minute and a half in. We're talking to Flood. Uh, but where do we go first? Like we're just see the thing about draft is that they just like right off the bat they could just be totally separate, right? Uh,
Yeah,
like
I mean, I don't think Vipa is going to go do Bianco anytime soon. I think, like, if you're Vipa, you just want to get to Rico and Rico
mhm,
Gelato. And the thing I kind of see on this card, just looking a little further, is like there's a lot of pinna goals on here.
yeah.
Uh, there's pinna 5 from the back. There's pinna Shadow Mario. There's both bells, which is pinna. Um, like pinna's pretty good here.
Yeah,
So like for Vipa, doing Delfinos, just doing Rico Gelato. Like honestly, maybe ignoring blues completely. Um,
dude, that yeah. You know what? I would do that.
like I don't know. I don't think, especially the problem, right, is if Schmidt does 16 pin of blues and M graffiti, like he's gonna get 40, and maybe you don't want to give that up. But
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
I mean, 20 blues in like, where's Viper going to get a second 20 blues? Rico's fast, but not
Yeah, Rico's
gelato.
if you know the route, if you pull a Ramato and know the route for 20 and like you're saying for Vipa not to go for blues, but uh I don't
It's
know.
hard. It
I
just
don't
gives
think
up a lot.
I don't think right off the bat though. Like
No.
I think he does go for blues, obviously, just having the draft goals that he does, but like haphazardly meandering, not a straight shot, not a pin a rush equivalent,
Yeah, like
but
20. I don't think 20 from two is a good goal here for Vipa. I don't know. I
no,
just feel like it's like 40 is fine. 20 from two is just,
it's a
you're
time
kind of
commitment.
going to be wasting time
Yeah,
somewhere.
just like oh, I have
Um,
to get to Bianco 4. Oh, I have to just kill all this time in Gelato. Oh, I'd have to kill all this time in Rico. It's a time killer. It's just like a hundo goal where it's just like oh well, I have to get this hundo shine and everything I just for the record, I'm gonna equate everything to hundos because that's all I know at this point. Uh, but it's just a time investment. You enter the world and you're just like, okay, so 3 minutes. It's like, and then you're just talking to your subconscious mind, and he nods to you and it's just like, yeah, 3 minutes. And it's like, okay, let's do this.
yeah, when
Try
I do a hundo, it's like 5, 6, 7 minutes. So shows the skill gap here, I think.
to. Hey, some of them are a
Um,
minute and a half. You know, Noki
that's
two,
true. I can do Noki 2. I'm good at Pin a 5.
good.
Very easy. Pin a
Yeah,
5. Serena
especially if you do any
1.
fruit.
That's not
Hmm?
great.
Yeah.
Serena
Wait,
1
wait,
is
wait, which world?
Serena 1 for
Arena
me.
one. Oh yeah,
That's a rough one.
yeah. It gets scuffed.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
I've been
of,
witness. I've been witness to players of bingo doing Serena 1/100s without sound and spawning a coin they didn't know they spawned, and then not getting it, and then having 98 coins at the end and being like, "Well, I can't do this. They're all gone." So it's just
yeah, I mean, I've watched people go in blind with the map, and it's a tough one if you haven't practiced it. So
has the map changed?
I don't
Is
know.
it
I
just
think the SM Tober map, they like routed out their, what is it,
that
the Jersey route?
they
That's what
made
they
the
call it.
line? They made the line through all the coins. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
what I
seen.
used to learn it.
We made the map bases, like the little coin icons. Iced Windowsill and I made 6 years ago.
You know
So
what? It's still really useful today. So
we took the
a
time.
huge thing.
We weren't the people that made. See, Serena 100 coin shine is on this card, so I'm justified in talking about Serena
Yeah,
100s.
and hundreds in a boss. So
Uh,
someone's gonna
yeah,
do that at some point.
I wasn't the first person to do 100s in Serena 1, but N Kitten was. Very old school runner. But Ice Windowsill and I put in the time to map out where all the coins were and like do the initial route uh, for bingo. Like it was for bingo. Uh, but way back in the day, bingo before lockout was like the thing. But yeah, we're on.
Was
I'm
that
assuming we're just go for it.
back before Serena whenever was discovered? So like,
Oh yeah,
I don't know what the limits were on Serena early, but I know it was like only at specific plaza states and
yeah. So, Serena early is only viable. Like you could do Serena early clip right now as they're playing, but the loading zone isn't there.
right.
So you'd have to do it during the Shadow Mario cutscene. And that just kills a lot of time because there's like this 8 minute
Oh,
or 8 second cutscene of Shadow Mario jumping off the statue, kidnapping Peach, and then you're like, okay, well I have to clip into Serena now because that's the only state of Delfino where the clip is possible and the load is there.
yeah.
It
Every
made.
so often you see someone try and do Serena whenever in
Do you?
bef- every so often someone who's like very new to bingo will not remember that Serena whenever's not viable till you do statue.
Uh huh.
It happened like once or twice, I think, in one of the earlier seasons. So not a lot, but
Uh-huh. But yeah,
as
so
as Trey
the-
pointed out, Serena whenever, not actually whenever. But
yeah, this would be the only Plaza State where you could do it.
yeah.
Uh, but it made old school bingo like really interesting regarding Serena. Like Serena was really hard to balance because you could either do it right away or you'd have to get Yoshi. And then Serena whenever just kind of like, oh, so Schmidt isn't going to Bianco. Yeah, but Serena whenever just kind of made it so that you could do it whenever. So it made it easier to balance, at the very least. Should I open chat?
Hopkins in chat and can Statman for us, so I feel like, you know, when he's there, there's definitely the value added. Like there is value added normally, but um, having the backup Statman also helps.
Yeah, I see. I generally don't open chat for commentary. I've been like, I don't know, been pushed towards it every so often by people, but I don't know.
It
I'd
can be
rather
kind of
just talk.
distracting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, so Schmidt didn't go to Bianco as you said. It's like there's no reason for him to go right off the bat.
He's got Bianco hidden, but yeah, he can do that
Yeah,
later.
yeah, he doesn't have to rush to that. There's more reason for. Is there more reason for Vipa to be in it? I don't know.
I mean, it is one from each. So like
Yeah.
getting this and opening up Bianco 2 is maybe not the worst thing. You know, there's 6 reds, 5 hiddens, even as like a 4 from 3. Once you do PD, Bianco's not bad.
Yeah. For the record, I don't think that ever like in bingo. I don't think doing the first episode of Bianco is like ever a terrible idea. But yeah, towards his draft goals, like 20 from blue or 20 from blue, 20 from 2, 20 from blue.
Yeah, like I think going in and doing Bianco 2 is fine here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is we're chilling.
Vipa's the faster player, and if Vipa gets to Pinna first, he's gonna get a lot out of it.
See,
But
that's a good question for me to ask. So Vipa is the faster player. Like what do we what's the metric on this? What do we think?
20%.
Oh, any percent.
Yeah, I
What does Vipa have? Do you know?
think like a 119.
Okay. And then Schmidt is in the mid 120s.
I want to say like 128, 127. He PB'd this week, and I'm like in the last week.
Okay.
Yeah, Schmidt's 126. So,
Mhm.
and Vipa is 118.
But bingo is where everything comes out in the wash. You know.
Yeah, I mean Schmidt has, you know, scrimmed a lot before the season.
Yeah.
Played a lot. Like this is his first season, but he has taken it seriously.
I know that there's a bunch, like going by the any percent metric is probably a good idea, but I know that there's a bunch of people in Div 1 or even Div 2 that can kick my butt, even though I have a better any percent time. There's plenty
Yeah,
of people.
I mean, you have people like Bragai and even like PK
Yeah.
and Mason can outroute people who are faster than them.
Mm-hmm. Dude, mentioning Bragai, like, it feels so old school to mention Bragai, even though he's still like around. But Bragai used to be like when you say big brain JJ plays, like Bragai was. I feel like Bragai was the example of big brain plays that always at least a little bit worked out. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I have seen, like, I commentated a match, Bragai versus Linky, where one side was amazing, and Bragai lost the race, and still somehow managed to get a good route despite like it being pretty much unwinnable.
yeah,
Like, put up a good fight.
he's a smart guy. Like we would always refer to the Bry Guy option, or we would always refer to the Bry Guy option, where it's just like, oh, he knew that he was slower than the person that he's playing, but he'll route the second or third best option very well, and so that he doesn't have to race for the first like right off the bowl, right off the back goal, right off the bowl, right off the bowl. But
So
yeah,
Schmidt's gonna get his first click here with peon to 3 damage list. Vipa doing a lot of Bianco here.
Schmidt getting the blues as he's going. 20 from 2. Not his goal.
No. Is
I was
Vipa
like,
going to do 20 blues here in Bianco?
yeah.
Yeah. That's what it looks
Oh
like.
no, Schmidt took damage. Oh, that pyro
Oh,
chicken. The pyro chicken goop.
I guess
Oh,
Schmidt's gonna, now that he took damage, is gonna go get a bunch of blues
the
and then
pyro
re-enter.
chicken. That is
Oh,
so unlucky.
that is tragic.
The only reason the pyro chickens ever for the lack of a better term poop on you is when you're close enough to like their track where they are and they just kind of drop. So you don't have any like evidence as to where they are unless you see them in the air until they start like pooping on you because you're close to where they're heading.
Yeah, I feel like the pyro chickens, you always see them fly kind of close and you're like, oh no, you gotta watch out.
Yeah.
But most
But,
of the time, they don't
yeah.
actually kill someone.
But yeah, but that pyro chicken is so high up in the air that it's just like, oh, there was no way for him to actually know.
Yeah, the shadow's not really.
Yeah, and
visible.
there's goop all over the place. Yeah, yeah. That's insane that happened.
Yeah. So I think Schmidt was really mostly just stopping for M graffiti blues and some fast ones.
Yeah.
Because he went and got the 2Ms.
No.
Oh
he
no,
rushed.
Schmidt!
No, he rushed.
Oh,
You just need a little bit more, or just do a walking spin. I like, man, that's tough. I feel like part of his mind was just like, I don't want to chance the pyro chicken to like show up. Like in my head, I was thinking that too, as he was doing that second attempt. It's like, oh man, if I wait long enough, the pyro chicken will cross my path and I'll get gooped by him again. But
yeah, the pyro chicken is living rent free in his head now.
But the only reason that it took it happened before was because he was getting blues at the same time. So like he should be totally fine. But okay, let's see this next attempt. Vipa, the wall kick going up the windmill there is very interesting. I've seen a couple people do that. It's like a newer player strat, but like it's very sick.
All right, there we go. Now Schmidt just needs to not get pyro chickened
Yeah.
up on the mushroom.
So you can see the little droplets.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is, and there it goes. Oh. Okay.
He's safe, I think.
Yeah, he's good. It's still sketchy though. I've seen people get hit on the mushroom platform by the pyro chicken. That's a thing that actually happens, and you're just like, ah, well, dang. Okay, he clicked his goal. Good.
Yeah, Vipa's. I don't think Vipa got any Delfino blues, so he's at 19 in Bianco.
Jail blue? No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he.
I don't think either of them did. Yeah.
I think one of them attempted at the very least, but I don't think they
Yeah.
got him. They didn't pop off like I do. Just like, yeah,
Oh,
I got you.
Vipa did get the one during the Rico unlock, so actually is going to need one more blue here.
Oh yeah,
But,
yeah. Right.
I don't know, like, this is going to get Vipa 20 from 2, but 20 Bianco blues is kind of slow. In the time Vipa's been in there, Schmidt had 3 attempts at peon to 3.
Yeah. Without knowing about it, he definitely used his time well, because Schmidt did not.
Yeah.
What do you think the time's going to be?
Oh god, I don't even have a good sense for how long this usually takes.
16.
Uh,
That's my guess.
I feel like it's gonna be like 20 something
He's going pretty
this
quick.
rate. Yeah. So I do think Schmidt is making the Pianta 6 play here. Unless this is just a 4 from 3.
I was 10 seconds
Um,
up. That's a pretty good time. That's fine. Four from three is what you're saying?
yeah, I mean, it's either 4 from 3 or he's actually going to go through Pianta 6, but
NPC blues.
it's, yeah.
Having depth for later with NPC blues. See, am I wrong in thinking that it's weird that he drafted NPC blues? I think NPC blues is a weird draft.
I mean, it's one that you can do, but the problem is you've got to do a slow NPC somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can get the Fire Pianta. You can get both Bianco ones and both Serena ones, but
I
it's one of
I
those
wonder,
goals that, like, when Fruit Ladies are on the card, it's a lot better.
yeah. I wonder if he thought after getting Flood, after his 2 failed attempts of Pianta 3 damage list, that he was just like, okay, I'm not getting Fire Pianta. Maybe initially I would have, but no.
Yeah, I actually forgot that he skipped that when he got Flood the first time, which
Yeah.
might have been a good idea.
Whenever I see somebody do Pianta 3 damage list and like go around to the river, I'm like, why not get the Fire Pianta? I'm like, oh yeah, you don't have Flood. Like, this is the only instance where you're not in a secret that you don't have Flood. And I just like forget. It's like, oh, spray the Fire Pianta. What are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, you literally cannot.
Yeah, I knowing the river strat and thinking back to like how much I struggled as a kid going under the village. Pianta
Yeah.
3, if you don't know somewhat fast strats, it's a weird one. Like,
Yeah,
just figuring out where to go.
Yeah. Figuring out what the game wants you to do, general, is just kind of like, what? Like, I remember what I did casually, and I'm just like, I don't even know if it's wrong. Even now, after 7.5 years of playing this game. Nothing's wrong in
Well,
Pianta
it's
3.
funny. There's like, right? I think Lego has talked about the Prima strategy guide actually tells you to use the river instead of going under the village.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know that.
Schmidt's now, I think, going to go clean up the Bianco hidden.
You could say that about anything in this
Yeah.
game. He's gonna go clean up. He's Mario at Super Mario Sunshine. He's gonna go.
True.
He's gonna go clean something. You know.
Yeah.
We're in Bianco. We're chilling. Vipa been collecting blues in Rico. If he gets 20, it will have to be a clip or a click, because draft, you cannot delay these goals.
Yeah. Schmidt's beelining these M's. You're in the village.
That movement was nice. I like
Yeah.
that triple jump.
Good thing here is Schmidt's going to not have to go get any of the slow M's in Rico.
Mhm.
And honestly, Schmidt's probably going to go into Rico, grab a couple M's to get to 15, and trade into Pinna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rico having
There's-
9 M's right off the bat is just overpowered for it.
Yeah. But I mean, Schmidt got all of the Pianta M's, and
Yeah. Oh yeah, he went underneath. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. Yeah, I think he got the ones during PNTCMO race too.
Yeah, that sounds. You know what? That sounds like a smart thing to do. But yeah, we're in the PD fight. So what are we heading towards now? We're watching Bipa. Is he gonna get the blooper or not? Now, wait. No, we're just doing.
He's grabbing some blues,
Yeah.
but this is Rico hidden
Is this hidden?
because he's gonna have to come back, but he'll get Rico hidden,
Oh yeah.
and we'll be able to trade into Pinna after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think he's got to unlock Gelato still. Um,
That jump into that blue is not as easy as it looks.
no,
All right. I was just like paying
nothing.
attention.
Nothing
super
about
intently.
riding the blooper is as easy as people make it look.
No. I at all costs I avoid writing any bloopers.
Yeah.
Different Rico 6. Ugh. Ugh. Or Hundos. Ugh. You have to ride bloopers so much on Hundos.
I know. I've been fortunate enough to watch 2 matches where Derp's Face did Rico 200s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Derp is a big fan of Rico 200s.
I wonder if he's beaten my time yet. I haven't checked. Maybe
Yeah,
he
I
has.
don't know if they have.
I don't have the record. Ramato has that pleasantry, but I know that Derp like a couple months ago was trying to beat it, try to beat mine. Re-entering.
Yeah, so
Rico. Yeah, we're doing the hidden.
yeah, I assume Vipa's probably gonna want to close out the 20 blues here too.
Yeah.
We'll have to click 40 and 20 from 2.
He'll have to. Ah man, he will have to, but he'll you know what? He's fine being on the board again, or being on the board in general, probably.
Yeah, so they're both going to get to Pinna at the tail end of the draft period. Schmidt could lose 16 Pinna blues if Vipa goes for it.
Ooh. Yeah,
And Schmidt doesn't get in soon enough.
Yeah, that's where the routes are going to converge. Eventually, during draft, there is like some fighting. Like at the start, it just kind of delays. It just kind of delays everybody's interactions with one another, where it's just like you can just kind of separate for 30 minutes and not really fight over any early goals, and then in the mid game, then you start actually competing for things, just like you were saying with Pinna Blues. You haven't beaten my Rico 200s yet, man. Gotta get on that.
So Vipa is going to go back in and probably just get the blues on the way to Rico 3. Schmidt needs, I think, like 1 blue and 1 shine to be able to trade in, so
Yeah,
should be able to with them.
and he's opened gelato. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vipa hasn't, and Schmidt has. I know that somebody has.
Yeah, Schmidt did right after he left Pianta. Didn't even bother going in. Interestingly, Vipa has 2 gelato hiddens, but didn't even bother going for it.
Draft is where you draft 5 goals right off the bat in an orderly manner, back and forth, and then the first 30 minutes is dedicated to those goals. Really, well, in a lot of people's minds, sometimes you can just avoid them, but you have to click the goals that you achieve that you have drafted right away. You cannot delay them, and it's just a different variant on what lockout is, really.
Yeah, and in draft, sometimes you'll see people, there are a lot of goals that you might rush that you can slow down.
Yeah, that's the thing I really appreciate about, like, invasion is kind of one of those things as well. Like, I know a lot of people dislike invasion, and I even dislike playing it, but I like thinking about it. And I like thinking about what you can do with invasion or draft. like how you can route the freedom of route really is kind of the interesting thing, but uh, actually playing it, you just kind of get uncomfortable and you're like, I'll just dedicate time to this. But Vipa's collected 20 from 2, 3, 2 right now on the board.
Yeah, Schmidt's gonna win to Pinna here. Um, but yeah, Vipa has the blues lead. Interestingly, Schmidt not even bothering to stop Enrico for 15 M graffitis.
Yeah. So Vipa that's his 4th from Rico. I don't know if he's dedicating specifically for 4 or like just passively doing it. Going to Gelato, opening Gelato. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely going to be behind Tapina at this point, although, depending on if he went in and decided not to do 16 pinup blues, potentially could beat Schmidt.
Yeah.
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 And yeah, Schmidt's going to get 15 M's here in Pinna with the 2 M. So
I know that when we were signing up for comms, Schmidt responded with like, "You'll do fine as long as you cheer for me." And you know what? Saying the possibility that Vipa could win, I don't know if that's really what he was going for.
no, I don't think it was. I try not to be too biased. I mean, I've never really interacted with Vipa outside of, uh,
Let's go, Vipa.
bingo.
Oh, everything's being unclicked. I don't even have to unclick it. Woo! I didn't even think about it. Thank you.
Did I unclick the wrong? Oh no.
No,
Yeah, I got that right.
you're chilling. I as a bingo sync, whenever I join the bingo sync, I always just leave it to my other co-commentator or the restreamer. I'm just here, man. I just sign up as a
It's a lot of
spectator,
responsibility.
Yeah. Well, see, the last time, I don't know. I just remember every so often joining as a spectator, and then like I remember commentating with Jeff in season 2, and then he was just like, we were talking about unclicking a goal, and I'm like, I don't know, man, you can do whatever you want, and then it was a bad idea. All I remember is that it was a bad idea. Some stuff happened.
Yeah, unclicking's always a little rough.
Yeah, but it
You
wasn't
want
in
to be
draft.
totally sure.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the context was. I just remember Jeff in comms and freaking out about it. I'm just sitting there going like, I don't know, man.
And Vipa really, really committing here to 65 blues. Is going to lose probably everything in Pinna if he commits to this in the 2 gelato hiddens.
Let's go, Schmidt.
I did not actually see what the Z menu was. But
Dude,
I trust Schmidt to know to count to 16.
Dude, that's the like commentator dream where you're just sitting there going like, I have no idea. Like you're watching the gameplay, but then when somebody Z menus, like when you're actually streaming the game and somebody Z menus, it's just like, oh man, this sucks. This is bad. Like you look away, you like look at your phone or whatever. When you're commentating, you're like, I need to know how many blues this guy has. That's when you like super pay attention.
Yeah, meanwhile, I saw he was on the Z menu, but I was looking at Vipa and then it closed. So
I was probably talking about a hundo or something. You know, I was distracted by whatever I commit time to. Are there hiddens on this card?
there's 5 hiddens.
Nice. And so Vipa got a 26-second time in Bianco 3 Reds, and got Rico hidden already clicked on his, and that should be his 3rd re-entering for 1 probably.
Yeah, is gonna get 2 gelato hiddens,
Yeah,
and we'll be
two
able to
blood.
pick up. Probably we'll try and do like Rico 4R, because there's also 2 hiddens, 1 level, no gelato.
Ooh, there's a lot of hiddens on this card. Is there like a hiddens guy? Like I'm the hundo guy. Is there a hiddens guy?
I mean, I feel like Larvae is the hidden reds guy.
Yeah.
Um, he might be the closest one.
I remember talking to Larvae about Rocket Bianco 3 Reds back in the day, where he's just like, dude, you can get 38 like relatively easily. And I'm just like, really? I just
Yeah, Larvae is the guy who will um, comment on people's strategies in hidden reds.
yeah.
He knows how to do them well.
He's saying what in the chat? I don't know what he's disputing, but oh, wow, that was so messy. The fact that he didn't die is so great.
Yeah, Schmidt
Oh,
got
16
trolled
blues.
kind of hard by that bird, but got it.
Schmidt press Z, clicked the goal. 16 blues total, entering the Pinna 1 cutscene, skipping it by exiting area, talking to the old man that owns the coaster. Learn your hidden reds, guys. I know as many hidden reds as I need to.
Which
Hey,
is every single one for 96 shine.
yes.
Yeah.
I do not know Bianco 6 with Rocket. I think that's it. I think that's all I used to have some records. I'm okay. I'm chilling. But yeah, we're doing some reds. Okay, before we even enters, you have to say a time.
I'm gonna say 32. I don't actually know what a good time is here, but that sounds like a good one.
20.
Actually, sounds like it might be slow.
27. I'll do 27. I'll take lower. We're watching we're watching Mega Bowser on the other side. Hey, he knows some movement. Oh, he does the hover dive rollout. Maybe we're gonna eat something. Maybe we're gonna lose. This is actually pretty okay. Oh, getting the life. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 31. What'd you say,
32
32?
was, yeah, not a bad
Yeah,
guess.
that was a
Just
good guess.
total shot in the dark.
He did the hover dive rollout in the middle. That used to be like a strat that was far gone for me back in the day.
That's not 5 hidden. Okay, Vipa unclicked it. Vipa knows.
But Schmidt got information that Vipa did hidden just now. Wow.
Yeah, because the 2 gelato hidden shine was not a hint that Vipa did a bunch of hidden. Is
Yeah.
Vipa gonna do? Vipa's going for Wiggler here. Could we see gelato 300s for hundreds in a boss shine?
Ooh. Ooh, I hope we do, because I see this is gonna be my first instance. Actually, no, it could still happen. If he doesn't do Bianco 3 or Gelato 3 100s, this could still end with somebody doing Noki 2 100s. Because I think like 3 of my last commentaries have ended with at least one person doing Noki 100s. So I guess I'm hoping that he doesn't do Gelato 3 100 so I can keep the streak alive.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this will be 4 from 3 if he does one more Bianco shine.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to do Wiggler later.
So he collected all of the blues in Bianco and then didn't do 4?
I think he did 3R.
Yeah, he did 3R, you're right.
Yeah.
Because he ended with the pokey and then he entered. You're right.
Yeah.
Serena 1 is just better though than what? Noki 100s? Noki 100s is pretty fast. Gelato 100s? Gelato 100s definitely faster than Serena 1 is hard, bro.
Yeah, but it is a double click, so
Ooh, you're right. We were talking about how Serena 100s is. You know what? Just disregard whatever I'm saying. It's
It's
just
okay. It's
better.
hard to remember everything on the card.
Hey, I have trouble remembering anything on the card. Don't you try to skirt my issue of memory. Uh,
Yeah, the interesting thing is like Pinna's really good, and Vipa just completely gave it up.
mhm. Like what? Like Pinna Shadow Mario, Yoshi for bells, Pinna 5 from the back. It's good for reds. At
16
least
Pinna
early on.
Blues. Um,
Yeah, Pinna Blues. Yeah.
if Vipa had gotten to Pinna first, Vipa could have stolen it.
Yeah. You're right.
Because Schmidt didn't get that until
32 or
34
34 or
minutes.
something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I know that when it was unclicked, he got M graffiti, but he didn't quite have, because he only needed 2 M's, and he had to click that right away because it was a drafted goal. What are the drafted goals that haven't been clicked? Do we know yet, or do we remember?
It's
NPC blues for Schmidt. And
yeah,
then,
NPCs and 2 hiddens, 1 level, no gelato.
yeah. All right, we're back in Bianco doing our 4th shine. 4 from 3. This will be it, right? No. Yes.
Did Schmidt get 4? Schmidt didn't do 4 in Bianco.
No, Vipa.
Oh yeah, Vipa.
Vipa. Am I wrong by saying Vipa?
I think it's Vipa, but not 100% sure.
It sounded like when you said Vipa, you're just like, oh, Vipa. And I'm like, oh, am I wrong? No one knows. I like Vipa.
If they've never corrected us, then makes it harder.
So was that a snipe on Schmidt?
Schmidt would have had to get 1 more in
Okay.
Bianco. So no.
Yeah. Yeah, because Vipa got 1 and 2 in gelato and the hiddens, and then Rico he got the hidden and 1 through 3, and then he did the same for 2 through 4 in the hidden in Bianco. So that's 4. That's my 4 from 3 math, or 3 from 4. 4 from 3 math, everybody. I have to say it 3 times wrong.
Yeah, Schmidt's gonna go back and do Pinna 5 and back, which is totally uncontested here. Yeah, and Vipa's really hard focusing on these hiddens.
I'm gonna start calling Schmidt just D. D11. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt, my bad.
No, I'm like trying to look at the card and think about the goals that, like, who has progress where.
Yeah.
Like nobody has a Delfino shine at this point. 1 from each. They both have a lot that they need to do. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot up in the air. I feel like.
Oh, the electric Koopa. Schmidt got nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Dude.
if either of them make the wrong calls, either, or the right calls, either of them could win right now. So.
Yeah, this is a close match. 5-4. We're past the draft period, and we're just chilling.
Yeah, Vipa is about to get 2 clicks. Schmidt should be able to get 2 here.
Well, yeah, like you were saying, he just has control of Pinna, and having control of Pinna is control of a lot of goals, or a fair bit.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be totally surprised if, like, once Schmidt does bells, if he then decides to go and do. It's like now is actually a really good time to do Serena 1.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Serena 100s it's just like a Fruit Ladies, where it's just like you do it in the middle, where you think that nobody's competing with you, and you're just kind of like, I have nothing to do. I'll just do Serena. And he can just open Serena and not have to fumble with a fruit.
Yeah.
But we're doing bells. Gonna do this bell. Oh, that's actually really smart because he just does this bell, spawns in default Delfino, and then goes and gets Yoshi right away. That's actually really smart.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, this is, 8 Delfinos is on the card, so this helps with that too.
Yeah.
And Schmidt's probably going to want to do Goldbirds and get I think that's the only Noki value. Might even want to do that before Serena hundreds, but
oh, we didn't do a timer guess. I feel like this one I would have gotten it right. I swear.
Yeah, so Vipa I think still has to unlock Pinna, but could trade into Noki now. Oh yeah, Vipa.
Oh, it needs to be clicked.
Yep.
So you're okay. Gonna do that. Come on, Vipa. Come on, you drafted that goal. You gotta click it. Oh, we're going to Serena. Oh, we're getting a banana. This might be a Serena 1/100th race. Woo! Wait, no. Schmidt. He's doing the lighthouse, or the right bell. Oh, oh, oh. If Schmidt immediately goes, this will be definitely a lead for Vipa. But if not, Vipa's just gonna get this for sure. I think it'd be really cool.
Depends on how well does Vipa know it, how are his whenevers.
Yeah, his whenevers matter right now. Oh, yeah. Schmidt! That was Yoshi died.
Yeah.
We have to get Yoshi. At least Yoshi was right there. Ooh, Vipa?
Yeah, I mean, if Schmidt does this and goes to Serena, it's going to be a race. Oh no, I've done that a few times too. Yeah.
You just have to immediately react and hold in towards the pipe instead of holding. If you hold, ground pound. No.
Oh.
I don't know if he could have made it with a ground pound, but he's doing the clip. He's
just not even focusing on Serena. Just
we're doing Delfino. Oh, Vipa just. All right, you know what? We thought we might see a beach money race. Schmidt didn't immediately go in. Vipa giving up on Serena whenever. Or yeah,
is this
getting a gold bird?
I guess this is Rico Shadow Mario 6 red coin shines with Rico 6.
Rico 5 100s. I'm as a meme. Rico 5 100s is actually the 3rd fastest hundo in Rico. Fun fact.
It's pretty similar to Rico. I don't know which one you do. 96. Rico 8.
No, it is similar to 3. Yeah, the one.
Okay.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I know all of the ones with the big ship near the entrance are somewhat similar.
Yeah. The only it's like it goes Rico 3 100s, Rico 6 100s, and then Rico 5. But the only reason Rico 5 is faster than 5, or then Rico 5 is faster than 4, 7, or 8 is because of the 10 coins underneath the helipad that are spawned for the blooper fight. Fun fact for everybody. I think you need to reposition your coconut, bud.
Yeah, it's a little off.
There we go.
There we go. And yeah, now Schmidt can trade into Noki, get gold birds. Yeah, and there's still a lot that feels up in the air.
Yeah.
Just Serena hundreds in a boss. 22 lives, whoever goes for it will probably have a lead. Schmidt's gonna have the lead to 1 from each.
Mm-hmm.
And also with Pianta 4, can go do Pianta 5 and get a good life ground spot. But yeah, I mean, Serena 100s is going to be, I think, really important here.
Yeah.
If Vipa had gotten the clip,
if he got the clip and went in.
yeah, it would have put him in a really good spot.
Yeah. He's okay, so he's doing Rico 6100s, getting a red coin shine. I see. My question is Schmidt comfortable with the 100s route? Well, like Serena 100s? That's my thought right now, because I can't imagine he didn't think of it. But Vipa seemed to have like been comfortable with the idea of doing it, just couldn't get the clip and decided to not commit more time to it. But
yeah, I don't know. I feel like Schmidt's practiced it, but
ooh, that bird was so good. Oh, that bird was so good. He just went up and spams. That was so good. That RNG was so good. He just annihilated.
you don't get that often.
No. That was an insane bird. That was like world record IL tier bird.
And now I think we're seeing Serena 100s.
All right, Schmidt, let's see what you got. Don't pull a
The
SETI.
other thing here is, once Schmidt gets this, I think the only thing he needs for one from each is a quick gelato shine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, one. This Jersey route.
Yeah.
Oh,
According to root here, Schmidt taught Despin Serena 100s.
He taught Despin. Crazy. Who taught me this route? I think there was just like a bunch of people in my chat going like, "Oh, you should learn it." Probably Romato. Probably Romato showed me the route, and I was like, okay, I'll learn it.
That sounds like something Romato would do.
Yeah.
If he wasn't busy criticizing Jeff at some point.
Oh, Vipa, we're retrying it. Schmidt already 16 coins in. Vipa's still having issues with the banana, but all
Schmidt
right.
knows the route, having a little trouble with some of these coins, but
yeah, it's really difficult. There's however many coins just in the ground, and you have to just spray where they are, and you just have to know. Like you can look at a map and be like, oh, it's generally here, but like actually
it's very precise.
Yeah, actually learning this route comes down to like, oh, I'm gonna like learning it for yourself, where it's just like, oh, I see this little bit of green on this yellow. This is where this coin is, like on this grass, and you're just kind of like some asinine things like that. Just like little deep thoughts that really you can't learn from anybody else. It's not like, oh, visual cues that you can learn from everybody else. Like you can watch somebody do the route, but you have to learn it on your own.
Yeah, there are a lot of hundreds I feel like you can watch someone and kind of learn from it, and this is one that you definitely need to try yourself.
Yeah. It's just like, oh yeah, I saw him go over here and spray the ground. It's like, yeah, that's the entire shine. You have to figure out where all the coins are.
Yeah, so Vipa is just doing this for a one from each, I think, and grab the Nokis potentially for NPCs. Is at 5 NPCs right now.
Did he collect the Nokis before the fight or no?
Yeah, he did them before the fight.
Okay. I was watching Hundos. That, you know what? You can't blame me.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Serena 100s, much more interesting than Manta.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Even though I don't even really like doing Serena 100s, yeah, I'll agree with you. I've seen Manta too much.
I mean, Manta's just not a fun shine to watch. Like,
unless it's really good. Unless you did really, really well and got really lucky. Yeah, otherwise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, most of it is luck, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vipa, so Vipa still needs to do Noki, Pianta, and Pinna for one from each. Vipa has not even unlocked Pinna, I don't think.
Ooh, getting the extra life for water. Smart move, smart move. I've been
And
told to do that
22 life
in
synergy.
yeah. Oh yeah, and life synergy. You're right. I've been told to do that in True All Hundo runs. It's like, oh, you should have gotten the life for water. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually a good idea. But he just did it there. Life synergy and water.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Good micro routing.
Ooh, okay, we're diverging a little bit from the Jersey route. Oh, Vipa's pink. Oh, Vipa's not pink. Oh, Schmidt having a little trouble grabbing onto the tree. I have to commentate Hundos. This is just why
I'm letting you have at it. Like,
this is
I
this is
don't have
why
a lot to say about this other than I'm really bad at this one because it's hard.
Hey,
Like,
I'm not that good at it either. When I'm like really good at a lot of Hundos, this is the one that I'm definitely the weakest at. It's a toughie. And but he's gotten all of it. He got the ending ones weirdly near the end, but not at the end. It's weird, but otherwise, chill.
solid
Doing
double click. Schmidt's ahead to pin a Shadow Mario.
Yeah.
Ahead to 8 Delfinos. Ahead to 1 from each. But is still gonna have to find. Is way behind on 65 totals. I think pretty far behind on 6 reds.
Oh, Fire Pianta? That's so sick. What is this routing? This is so. He's 3. He has 3. He has 1 from Bianco, 2 from Noki. Got the Banana Lady, and then got Fire Pianta. That's right there.
Yeah, that also might make Schmidt think he went deep Pianta. That double click 5 and 8.
5 and
And
8. Oh, 5 and 8.
is Vipa? I feel like Pianta 1 is really all Vipa should do here. Although
That's nuts. Sorry, I just like processed the 5 and 8 double click. It's like 8 NPC
Yeah.
Blue or Shadow Mario, Rico Shadow Mario, because it's so much text that I didn't even notice the Rico Shadow Mario part of it.
it's kind of a long goal.
Yeah, my eyes glaze over when I see goals that long. So it's just kind of like, oh, he delayed Rico 7 Shine that long and got 5 NPC. That's so smart. What a misdirect. Sorry, I'm fangirling right now. Or fanboying, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like it potentially could scare Schmidt about 22 lives, which is probably the goal he's going to need. That he's not necessarily ahead to.
You can be whatever fan you want. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Schmidt's gonna, I think, go over to Rico, get the last one from each year.
Dude, it's such a bait. He goes straight through the Noki spot. It's just like, oh, he's probably gonna go to Rico, and I'm sitting there going like, looks like he's going to Noki. Oh, you're right. Oh, get baited. Oh, nope, he's going to Rico.
Yeah, he doesn't really have any reason to trade in blues at this point, even if he had them to trade in.
He just absentmindedly entered the boat or the boathouse and was just like, oh yeah, I need to enter the boathouse the other way.
Yeah. Right, but is it 64 blue is going to get 65 here? Yeah, I mean, I really feel like this is going to come down to who goes for 22 lives first.
So 65 total was clicked. No delay.
Yeah, because Vipa is way up on reds. I don't know the exact count, but I think Schmidt maybe has 2.
So Vipa's ahead to Wiggler. Schmidt's ahead to Pin a Shadow Mario. Schmidt's ahead to 8 Delfinos. Anybody could do 1 from each right now. like you've been saying.
Schmidt's gonna get it here.
Oh yeah. So this is
Because
this is
Vipa will
Schmidt's
still have to do pin a 1. He's doing honey skip here. Or maybe you realize Delfino's in reds. Yeah, this is going to be 6 reds.
So is this Schmidt's final one from each or no?
Yeah,
So he's delaying. Or no, he clicked.
you just clicked it. Yeah.
He just clicked it. He delayed it
he
5
missed-
seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this lives is going to decide this match.
I don't think Vipa knows pachinko.
Is Schmidt going to do Delfino lives between Delfino shines?
No.
Oh,
Vipa.
pachinko's hard if you don't know it.
Yeah, if you don't put any practice into it, yeah.
Yeah, and I
Tough.
think Vipa is a mostly any percent runner.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing fire Pianta, just for the hell of it. Cash out blues. We're trying to cash out blues. What are we trying to cash out blues for? Noki?
No, just getting beach shine. I think
He
fire Pianta was
playing
just
the
there.
fire Pianta.
I know. I was getting baited there for a second.
I was baited. I was talking, just like, what can he do? I'm looking at the goals. I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't doubt you, but like, what are you doing? Oh, look at this jump hover. I've never seen that. That was crazy. That just the constant double jump hover that just wouldn't actually hover. I'm just getting baited by these players doing one thing and then like looking at the card being like trying to figure out what they're doing and then they switch as I look away. It's just like, oh wait, why are you doing Fire Pianta? And then they do Beat Shine. It's like,
They're
oh,
just trying to. They're trying to trick you here. I think.
Yeah, they're just tripping me up, bro.
Yeah.
Schmidt opens Serena. I'm like, oh, he's doing Serena. And now he's doing right bell. I was like, oh, okay.
Honestly, I think the Fire Pianta was just imitating its biggest fan, PK, and trolling really hard. So.
Oh,
Vipa.
this is tough.
Yeah.
So what you have to do here is you have to just let the trampoline bring you into the middle and then hover over to the right and just trust your like control of Mario falling. There Vipa's holding like top left on the control stick and that makes it so that he falls right into the green. But he wants to just like take advantage of however much distance he can, start hovering about in the middle there and then get the bottom right. Bottom left, good. We're doing 7. We got 7.
Yeah, and I also don't think Vipa knows how to get them from the back.
I think we're
those
okay. Just go right. Good.
There we go.
Yeah, getting to
So
the from the back. Go for it.
I was just gonna say this is 6 reds for Vipa, but Schmidt's gonna win Delfino's.
Oh. Okay, all Vipa has to do is just. Oh no!
Oh!
Oh my god! All he had to do was walk to. There's a little bit of a gap between the nails and the front of Pachinko that you can actually just take advantage of and not interact with the nails whatsoever. But he went to the right with too much speed, had too much slope momentum, and just got thrown off. And I've seen that so many times, and I feel so bad.
There's a reason
like,
Pachinko is.
Go for it. Sorry.
Oh no, you were talking. You know more.
Well, no, I've just seen that so many times, and you just when you're standing on the nail after getting all 8, and you're just like, oh, it's over, and you just rush the one input. It's just yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say there's a reason Pachinko is like known as one of the hardest shines in the game for casual players.
Oh yeah.
The physics
sure.
are weird. Yeah, and here's Bianco on life grind.
I have to write down Pachinko to ask. We have to talk about Pachinko at the end of the goddamn game. All
yeah,
right.
I also want to ask Vipa if he was gonna do Serena 100s when he tried to do whenevers earlier and
Yeah.
just couldn't get it. Because if he had won it then, I think Vipa would have won the match.
But he could still win the match. It's 11-10.
Schmidt would have to have a really bad life grind here, I think, at this point.
Oh, okay. Are we at that point?
I think so, because
Oh yeah, Shadow Mario.
Vipa is going for an uncontested goal, and Schmidt's going for the goal that is going to decide the match.
Yeah. A minus from the Wiggler Pro.
You know, from Tober, I think that's a pretty solid grade.
That's a really good Wiggler.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like I watched part of that Wiggler. I wouldn't even give it an A minus. But I guess I'm wrong. Dude, Bianca 1 life grind is such a I hate watching it. It's just this you just wait for this little patch of goo that makes no sense that's never in any other part of the game. Oh, he pauses weirdly there. To
I think
spawn.
just to get a life count.
Yeah. You just watch this thing spawn. Oh, Vipa's entering Pinna, gonna try to contest for Shadow Mario. He should know by this point that Schmidt had Yoshi and got the lighthouse shines. So he just has to commit. He has to make up for 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is. Yeah.
Hey, who knows?
It's he's not in a great spot, and I think he wants to just do grass pipe. And that's why he
No.
unlocked Pinna.
Oh, I was kind of down to watch the try to make up for Pinna. But yeah, if Schmidt knows, he's just gonna go to Pinna.
Yeah, I feel like Vipa had a few just rough gameplay moments that cost him what was definitely a winnable match here.
Yeah, it is interesting how, like, sorry to talk about Wiggler again. Yeah, knowing the essentials is just kind of all you need to do. It's like Gelato 2 in that way. Like for all of Gelato levels, you just kind of need to know the bare essentials and you're good. Like for anything non any percent. You're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just getting this 6 thread coin. It's gonna be a full board, but Schmidt, this is a victory. He already had 5. He did pin a 5 from the back hoverless. Yeah, it's just like, oh, he got Yoshi and he got pin a 5 from the back hoverless. Like Vipa knows. But he's just padding his stats at this point.
Yeah, six reds was not going to win Vipa the match. But it's also in Vipa's position. You know you're so far behind to Pinna that you're not going to win it.
Like a lot of bingo is like at the end of a bingo match, you think of if we could turn back time, if I did this differently, and that moment was Vipa trying to get Serena Serena whenever clip, and then potentially do 100s, and like we're gonna ask him at the end if his initial attempts for Serena whenever was to do 100s, and if it was, that would have made the landscape of the game a lot different.
Yeah, I mean that, or Vipa at some point actually going for 22 lives.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Vipa had gone for that instead of Pachinko, I think Vipo would have won 22 lives and won the match
Yeah.
because Schmidt was up on Delfinos and just hard rushing those as opposed to lives. And Vipa had a small opportunity, I think, to just like go to Bianco 1 and grind and feel
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. So what Vipa's trying to do in Pachinko right now, he's trying to get these coins and then jump out. You cannot like jump hover out of them, but you can like after you've hit the ground below the reds, you'll start immediately sliding and you can't jump hover, but you can jump dive. And the strat is if you land, you jump dive onto the side of these entrances and then slide off and hover. You can slide off and hover, but he's just skipping a step. But also, like, I don't know. But that's over. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did spawn the Pachinko Shine.
And he actually has 6 reds, so it is a 13-12 match.
But it's over.
Yeah, it was a
Full
good
board,
one.
or nearly full board. Hey, Schmidt.
Hey guys,
Hey, Vipa.
GG.
GG. Here, GG, Vipa.
I just wanted to collect the pachinko shine at the end. I didn't like 10 more seconds.
Was
Dude.
that 6 reds for you?
Yeah, that was going to be 6 reds. So, it would
So
have been
right at
12,
the end,
13.
I felt like I was ahead to finish out of Mario. You were ahead to 6 reds, and it was a 50-50 for like 3 goals.
Yeah,
And I just,
it was a 50-50 at the end there.
yeah. I might have been ahead by 1 or something, but geez, that was wild. I felt like.
I feel like the biggest thing to talk about. Sup, guys? How's it going?
I said.
I feel like the biggest thing to talk about was midway through the match, and this was one of the like, Gold and I were just talking about it. Vipa, when you were attempting Serena Whenevers earlier and quit, was your intent to do 100s or was it to do Manta like you did later?
It was just to get the 2 Nokis for NPCs and get Manta for 1 from every level.
Okay. That's the important question, because if you had committed to what, like, what's your knowledge base of Serena 100s? Just
I
for
know
my
it
curiosity.
exists, and I would probably have ran around for 10 minutes trying to find the last
Oh,
one.
Okay, that's fair.
dang.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yeah.
some of the routing that you guys did for Vipa, your big brain double click after you had delayed Rico 7 Shadow Mario for however long, and then
Wow.
Yeah, that's what happens.
and double clicked 5 NPC blues and 8.
I thought you chased me all the way down in Pianta 6, and I was like, oh, well, there goes my Pianta 6 play. Because I had done Pianta 4, trying to get 4 from 3 with
Mhm.
Pianta, Bianco, and Penna, but then I
Yeah, when I
died
saw
twice.
the
Or I took
Pianta 3
damage twice.
damage list, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna get Pianta and Bianco for the 4 from 3. So
Yeah.
I went to Deep Rico for Shadow Mario to cut off the Pianta
I thought there was
6.
a chance of that, because I thought your 2 hiddens 1 level would be from Rico.
It was.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you got Banana Lady into the Fire Pianta that was right there. Like, that was something that I appreciated a lot. I was just kind of like, oh, the Fire Pianta is just right here perfectly for the 5th NPC blues. But talking about Pianta 3 damageless, Schmidt.
I was so mad. I
you got gooped.
I got hit by the pyro chicken.
No, I know.
In
You got
midair.
gooped by the pyro chicken.
In midair as I'm diving across the gap. And then the second time I was just like flustered trying to go fast and screwed it up. But
I
the
knew
first
it.
time I was so mad.
I knew it. That
Jeez.
was
Oh, so
so.
yeah.
I've never seen that.
That was ridiculous.
It-
I got gooped midair.
Yeah.
It was that on the tree strat where you jump from the big tree to the platform.
That was the river strat. So I had like cleaned off a little patch.
I see.
To spin jump dive. I spin jump dive in midair. I get gooped by the pyro chicken.
Sniped by
Yeah.
the chicken.
There's no way to see the shadow of the pyro chicken because the goop's there, and the
Yep.
only way to signify that he's there is when he starts just dropping goop.
Yep.
And that's when you're in his path.
Yep. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna go for it. I never get hit by him, so I'm gonna go for it. And then I got hit by him.
but yeah, like a lot of your guys' routing, like for draft itself, like the draft felt weak. Like nothing
I
ever,
felt like
not
they're.
not. Hmm, go for it.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say not like your choices, but like the card itself didn't really have much synergy to draft from.
Yeah, that's how I felt. I
Mhm.
felt like Hiddens were a good choice, so I actually felt behind. I felt like Vipa would be ahead with the Rico Hidden and then Gelato Hiddens and the two Hiddens one level. I
Yep.
saw you draft those and I was like, oh, he's gonna do Gelato Hiddens into Rico Hiddens, and that feels strong. Um, but
Mhm. So I think to counter
I don't know.
that, you just went deep into the late game like pretty early on because you
I
clicked off
did,
Pinna when I
yeah.
was still in like I think Rico.
Yep.
In fact, I didn't even do a Pinna at all.
Yeah, I figured you hadn't been to Pinna. So that's why I was just hoarding Pinna Shadow Mario, because you kept clicking things that were well, you're 4 from 3. I actually thought maybe since you're faster than me and I failed Pianta 3 damage list twice, I was in Pinna 4 when you clicked that. So I thought maybe there's a chance that you did Pinna 4 for your 4 from 3. But then you clicked other things and I was like, oh no, he has not done Pinna. Or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's not done Pinna at all.
Yeah. And you guys kept baiting Goldeneye, where it's just like you guys were like starting to do something, and then I would look away and be like, okay, what is this for on the card? And then you'd be like, oh no, I'm actually gonna go do this. Uh,
Yeah.
like Vipa near the end, you started spraying the fire pianta, or no, Schmidt was so it like
I
went to
know.
beat shine
I know.
and started
I
spraying the
saw
fire pianta.
people.
I'm like, what could this be for? Like, I don't not trust you, but like, what on this card is still doing? And then you're like, and then I looked away, and Golden was just like, oh, he's doing beat shine.
It was just right in the way. I was trying to spray the beach, and yeah,
But
it
yeah,
was just in the way.
there were a couple moments like that where you both were like, I thought you both saw, or Gold and I both saw that you were going to Serena at the same time, and just like, oh, it's a Serena 100s race.
Mm.
And then Vipa, not to like call you out or anything, but had a little bit of trouble with Serena whenever clip,
Hmm.
and ultimately gave up on it. And you, Schmidt, didn't. You ate the fruit and then just kind of and went to right bell, which like is fine. You'd already done left bell, but
Yeah.
I, I was just baited. I was just totally baited. Uh, the last thing that I really want to ask, and Vipa, you can volunteer to not like this is just game one. Anything can happen game two and game three, but if it goes to a game three. But do you want to talk about pachinko?
Yes, I do. Once upon
Okay,
a
cool.
time, I did 10 shines like way back when I first started. Like I actually learned pachinko strats and how to do it properly,
Yeah.
and haven't touched it in 2 or 3 years and tried it now,
Ooh,
and that happened.
Mm.
yeah, that's tough. I saw the hover into double jump off of those ramps multiple times. Uh, but yeah, you can't hover out of that.
Okay, got it.
You can dive off the sides though. I was talking about it at the end
Oh,
as
so
the
that was the strat. That was what I was missing. You have to do a dive instead
Yep.
of just trying to jump out.
you,
Oh,
Yep.
I just forgot about that.
Yeah, the angle the ramp is at makes it so that you can't uh, hover out of it, but you can still dive and slide off of the ramp
Yeah,
and then
that's how to do
hover,
it. I feel like
just
if
like
I
the
tried it
stalactites.
again, I'd just like get it first try now. That was what I
Yeah,
was missing. 'Cause I, was,
but
I know you could go from box to box and get all the red coins without having to go back, but I just wasn't being able to hover out.
but it was heartbreaking. I was cheering your first attempt of pachinko. I was cheering for you the whole way, and then you stood on the nail. And I don't know if you know this, but I'm gonna clarify it again just for people that play pachinko or whatever. There's a little bit of like a gap in between the front of the nail and the glass for the front of pachinko. I know you just like went to the side
Oh,
and wanted to go in. But there's actually just a little bit of a break that you can just walk towards the front of pachinko and not chance any slide.
I see.
Uh, but like in that moment, that's just so like I've seen that so many times, and it was just heartbreaking. But overall, that's all I really have to say. If Golden has anything else to say,
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a really good close match, and the only other question I would have had, and for Vipa, is did you think about trying to grind lives before you went into pachinko? Um,
I considered it, but at the point it was a 50-50, and I thought, so let's see, I know Schmidt did Pianta 4, so I know he would go for Pianta 5 life grind, maybe. But it would be
I actually did
Pianta
Bianco
5.
1, but yeah,
Oh, I see.
I didn't know what would be faster because I would have had to do Pianta 5 and then re-enter. And I was like, do I want to? I'll do 2 Yoshi skips. I'll have to do the whole Chuckster shine. So
Yeah,
actually
it's. I
managing
mean,
it. Yeah.
it was a hard 50-50 call. Like
Yeah.
from our perspective, you were up like 5-2 on reds.
Mm.
But
Yeah, if
obviously,
I did
like you
better
have no
accounting
idea how
for,
many reds Schmidt got.
I
Even
should
from
have
his
probably
clips,
been
it's
able
hard.
to. I might have been able to intuit that I was ahead on reds and switch to lives, like perhaps, but that was yeah, probably the better play. That someone really good probably could have read that Schmidt had less reds than I
Well,
did.
maybe, but you could have seen my Delfino click along with my Bianco hidden and my Pinna clicks, and that could like theoretically be 5 reds right there, like 3 from Delfino and 2
Yeah.
from like Bianco hidden plus Pinna 3. So
Yeah.
like theoretically, I could easily have 5 reds already. Not to mention Bianco 4 access and other things like Pinna 2 access.
Yeah, it's not.
So, like,
I'm not saying it's an easy call. I was just wondering because that was there was a moment there where you could have probably stolen 22 reds and that would have won you the match.
Yeah.
22 reds.
See, it's like for us commentators, we're sitting there. It's like we have all of the information, and we just
Yeah.
wonder like if you might have thought like who
Yeah.
knows, you
Mhm.
know.
Got it.
But I think overall this was like a really solid match. Definitely gonna tune in for game 2 and/or game 3 on Sunday. But I think that's it for at least Sunshine Bingo today. If Floa has joined us, hello Floa, you've unmuted.
Yes,
If there's anything you need to say,
that's it for
or Bingo
today.
Thon.
That's it for today. We have more exciting matches tomorrow. All the information you can see on sms.bingo because I don't know which matches are tomorrow. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for tomorrow. We're gonna be rating Shadow Mario, but before we do that, I'm gonna be playing the Bingo Farm Winter trailer again, which I'm totally sure you guys haven't seen enough already. All right. Until then, see ya.
Bye everybody.
All right.
On November 26th, the next part of the saga begins. For 3 days and nights, we take the high ground. For 3 days and nights, we ask you, are you not entertained?
Alright, say it with me now. We
have successfully hit $2,000 raised for Fred Hunt.
You are funding the next big idea.
For 3 days and nights, we are Bingo Farm Winter 2021.